Welcome back, YouTubers. I hope everyone had a great holiday break. Today we're going to learn how to make pressure cooker pho. You can use any beef bones of your choice. I am using beef knuckles. Since oxtails are so expensive, I opted for beef shanks. My mom bought me some boneless short ribs, so I'm adding this to the beef stock. You need a lot of ginger. I use about a cup of peeled ginger. You want to rinse out the beef knuckles, the beef shanks, and the short ribs thoroughly. Add the meat and bones in a pressure cooker pot. Try not to overfill the pressure cooker pot. I filled this up halfway because I still need to add water. You're going to add about 5 cups of water. We are creating a beef stock for the pho. Add the pot in the pressure cooker. Add in the ginger. And then make sure you seal the lid tight. Select the meat setting and then set the timer for 45 minutes. While the beef stock is cooking, you're going to do a few things. I am charring up some onions in a cast iron pan. Once the onion is all charred up, remove from the pan and let it cool down. Grab the pho noodles of your choice and soak up the noodles in cold water and set aside. This is a little tip for my daughter. Make sure you wash the cilantro thoroughly. As you can see, there's a lot of dirt in the cilantro. I rinse a few times before I actually chop it up. You can use any herbs or vegetables of your choice. What I'm using here is scallions, cilantro, jalapeños. So you want to chop all of those up and then cut the limes up in quarters. Set up your herb and veggie tray. I'm also adding some bean sprouts and some Thai basil. In a separate pot, add about 4 quarts of water and bring it to a boil. I ran out of pho bag spice, so I'm using what I have in my pantry, which is the bun boe mix. Just going to take out the cinnamon, star anise, and the clove mix that's in there. Add the spices to the bag that's provided, and then make sure you tie it tightly. Some folks like to char the spices before they add it in the bag. That's optional. Once the pressure cooker is done, it is very important that you release all the air from the pressure cooker before removing the lid. Add a colander to a large bowl to strain out the broth. Go ahead and set the meat and the bones aside. We're getting ready to strain out the broth again. In another bowl, add a sifter strainer and pour the stock into the strainer. This process will remove all the impurities from the beef stock. Try to rinse out the meat thoroughly because you're going to add this into the large pot of water. In the large pot of boiling water, add in the beef and ginger stock. Then you want to add in the bones and the ginger. And you want to add in some cut up daikon. Add in your charred onions. And add in your spice bag. Since this is a pretty large pot, I use about 1.5 to 2 ladles of fish sauce. Add in 1/2 ladle of soy sauce. Add about 1 to 2 tablespoons of rock sugar. Now, if you don't have rock sugar, you can use regular sugar. Go ahead and taste the broth. Add in more fish sauce, soy sauce, or rock sugar if necessary. If the broth is too salty, you can add in more water. I'm adding in my mom's homemade meatballs. You can also find Vietnamese meatballs in the freezer aisle of the Asian market. Let the pho broth boil for another 15 to 20 minutes. Remove or skim off any fat and impurities from the broth. Remove the pho spice bag. I always taste the broth a few times just to make sure the salt and the sugar is all balanced out. This part is really not necessary, but my husband likes his noodles a little blanched before adding the pho broth. All right, looks like we're ready to make our pho bowl. I added some sliced raw beef over the noodles and pour the broth over. Make sure you add in some of the meatballs and the short ribs into the bowl. Set up your condiments of choice. Usually we have Hoisin sauce and Sriracha sauce. Sorry about the camera angle. I probably should have went on the other side of the table to do this, but let's start dressing up this pho bowl. Go ahead and add in cilantro, scallions, some bean sprouts, some Thai basil, Sriracha sauce, Hoisin sauce. Add in a little bit more fish sauce if you need. I like to add in some dried garlic. It brings out a little bit more flavor in my bowl. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Hopefully everyone had a great holiday break. And of course, Happy New Year to everyone.